Oh, hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Brian House here for Housework. And today in Naples, Florida, right now, it's 6 a.m. I'm up early. It's chilly 43 degrees, which is not common for Naples. Our blood is a little thin, so I've got my little jacket on here, and I'm in the workshop working. Believe it or not, I don't have heat in here. It just doesn't make sense in South Florida, unless it's like a day like today. But anyhow, we're up early and we're working, and I've got hot coffee thanks to everyone on buymeacoffee.com who has gone through and purchased me a hot coffee. I do truly appreciate you. And this episode has been brought to you by my Patreons. Thank you so much for your support. And if you would like to support and you haven't already, there are links down in the description where you can find out more about that. Now, today I'm here early because I'm excited about this project and I really have not had the time to put it together. And I thought, you know what, today's the day. I'm going to wake up early. I got up, I showered, I came down here, and today's the day. So, as you know, I've got this really super cool Enco 105-1110 milling and drilling machine, and I use it every day. And there's something about my workflow with it that I use it more like a drill press than a mill. However, the way it's set up, it's more set up for a mill. It's got a vise that sits on the work table, but you have to kind of go back and forth if you want to be able to utilize it in both capacities. Now, I came up with a wooden work rest that sits down in the vise, and it's got some cool little clamp downs and other things in there that make it pretty simple to hold your stuff down and whatever, but it actually is chintzy. It's made out of wood, it flexes as you use it. It's just not ideal, right? So I've been threatening to do this for a while. I want to build that thing out of steel so it can slide into that work vise just like the wood one will. However, it won't have the flex. We'll drill some holes in it. We'll tap those holes so that we can use those as hold downs. And I want to mill some grooves in it so I can put those clamp downs back on there. So I sat down and sketched up over the weekend. I drew it all up. I think I've come up with a pretty decent design for it. This is actually not that complicated of a project. So if you're thinking about getting into metal fabrication, this might be a good starting point. We're using mild steel plate. We're using tube steel. You can cut all of those with an angle grinder and a cutoff wheel. We're going to be drilling some holes, tapping them, and basically doing some very minor math to figure out where we want certain things. But yeah, it's a very simple project. However, it's a super important one because every minute you're spending at your drill press, your mill, whatever you're working on, if you're swapping tooling out back and forth, well, you know, you're just eating up time. And that's really the only thing we've got that is a finite resource, time. I'm hoping to bank some time by taking a little time today and building the proper tool to help me along with whatever I've got going on right here in the workshop. So enough yammering on. Screw it. Let's do it. Okay guys, so you can see we have built a super cool, very versatile little work resting table. One thing I really like about this is that you don't actually have to have a mill to utilize something like this. You could actually throw this in a vise. You could mount it to a table. There's all kinds of things. It has already proven to be super useful. I'm working on another video where I'm building a platen for the 2x72 grinder, and I needed to be able to drill a few holes. So I thought, hey, all right, it's here. Let's give it a shot. And it actually sped up my process quite a bit. Some of the cool features, as you saw, I put in these slots for these clamp downs. Already super, super cool. Very easy to use. They slide around exactly the way I wanted them to. These holes are 5/16 drilled, but they're tapped to 3/8 inch by 16 thread. So all of these will be tapped out. I don't have them all quite tapped out just yet. And of course, at the last minute, I thought, hey, how cool would it be if I actually drilled some holes that would match all those cool little clamp down things that I've got for the actual work table. And they're a different size. They're actually a 1/2 inch 13 thread. So yeah, I'll probably end up adding more holes to it as I go. That's kind of the cool thing of being able to do this stuff. It's like as it evolves into something you really, really want. You know, you have an idea in your head and you're like, hey, this is cool. Let's make this happen. And then you use it a little bit and you realize, oh, I want to add this and I want to add that. That's the freedom of having tools like that. That's just basically the reason why I do this. I feel so free when I'm working with these tools. I can do anything for the most part. I can build anything for the most part. And that's empowering to me. So anyhow, guys, if you got something out of today's video, make sure you leave me a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you'd like a free way to support my channel, there are links down in the description. Everything you see right here in my workshop and studio, from my apron to my dust mask to this mill right here, are in my store, and they're categorized and they're easy to find. That's a free way to support my channel. If you'd like to take your support to the next level, I do have a Patreon page where you can go on and subscribe and donate money to my channel every month. Or you can do a one-off at the Buy Me a Coffee link down below. That would be super awesome. Thank you so much. As always, guys, it's been a pleasure to work with you in my workshop and hear from you in the comments section. I love everything you guys write into me for the most part, you know. I do appreciate your kind words and your support in the process. So I am very, very thankful and grateful to you. Thank you so much. Have an awesome day, guys. My name is Brian House, and this has been Housework.